Hello, how are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Thank you. How about you?
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you, teacher.
Nice to meet you too.
Everyone, good evening, teacher. Good evening, Ivan.
Good evening, Daniel.
Okay.
Nice to meet you again.
Hey, so you know each other.
Sí.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, thank you. Hey, Ivan, how nice to see you again, my friend.
Always here. Trying to speak very well.
What's
Oh.
about with your pizza?
Aquí estamos siempre.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yeah,
Nice to
tell
meet you,
me.
teacher. How are you?
I'm doing great. Please tell me a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself.
My name is Ivan Ramirez. I am a teacher, a computer.
Ah, okay, great.
Y entrenador de deportes. Un poquito.
Entrenador de deportes, computer
Sí.
teacher y mecánico. All right, I like it. I like it.
No, tengo mi negocio de pizza. I make pizza.
Pizza. Where?
Yeah.
Where do you make pizza?
In my house with
Okay.
delivery.
Okay, but where is your house? Soyapango, Santa Tecla, San Miguel, El
San
Puerto,
Martín.
San Martín.
San Martín.
Okay. Where in San Martín? In the city or outside of the city, like in Alta Vista?
Outside. Fuera de San Martín, cerca de Perulapía.
Okay. I used to live in Alta Vista near San Martín. So I used to know a little bit about that area. Okay, great. Who else would like to introduce themselves?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay. My name is Daniel Janes. Currently, I work like agronomist. I work in the government in the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock.
In Santa Tecla?
No, my office is in Matasano, Soyapango.
Okay.
I'm a coordinator on some area who work in relative pests for the crops. I visit all the country in the three region, Occidental, Central, and Oriental region, and I enjoy my job because I have a passion with the crops and the insect and all this theme or this topic about the crops. And I'm happy to stay with my classmates and this start in this model that is really interesting. And that's it.
Thank you very much, Daniel. It's a pleasure to meet you. Good. Who else would like to introduce themselves?
David, can you hear?
Don't be scared. Introduce yourselves. It's okay.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
My name is
Hector
Perez. Hi. My name is Hector Perez. I live in Oloquilta. I am 31 years old. I have married and I work in San Salvador. I am a teenage electronic and I repair cars modules. I have 7 years worked in the company, electronic computerizada. Only that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Great. Who else would like to start? Who else?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Nelly, and I'm happy to be in here. And it's my first class, and I have my own business. We make medals. And what else? That's it.
Medals. What kind of medals? Like for the Olympic Games?
Yes. Marvel.
Okay, great.
We make t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
and everything that you want to personalize.
Okay. So it's like,
And
mm-hmm.
yes,
It's like for printing on shirts.
yes.
Yes, embroidery. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Please go ahead. What else were you going to say?
No, only that.
Okay. Great. Who else?
Hi, hello everybody. And my name is Xiomara Salazar. I live in San Salvador. I work as a customer service and in a call center. And it's a pleasure to be with all of you in this class.
Thank you, Xiomara. It's a pleasure to see you as well.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm sorry for my camera. I don't know what happened with my computer.
It's connected.
Well, yes, my name is David Garcia. I work in my own business like my wife. My wife is Nelly. And we make different things of promotions. We make pins, medals, trophies, different kind of stuff that of the people not wants, like lanyards, teachers, kitchens, and different things. And we want to learn more English to improve in our jobs.
Okay, great. Okay. Perfect. Anybody else would like to introduce themselves? So I just want to make sure, Nelly and David, you are a husband and wife.
Yes.
And you are in the same room.
Yes.
Yes.
So Nelly is next to David and David is next to Nelly. Yes.
Yes.
I see Nelly looking at me.
Amazing.
I saw Nelly's face. Nelly, yes, but okay, Nelly, no problem. It's okay. No, it's okay. All right, good, good. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rebecca Rosales. I live in the capital, San Salvador. I work as an administrative assistant, and I'm interested in learning this language for my work. I had very expected for obtaining better employment opportunities.
Okay, great. Anybody else? We have quite a few people.
Hi, good evening. My name is De La Cañas. I'm 21 years old and I live in El Congo, Santa Ana, and I'm a content student.
Oh, okay. What year you said?
Excuse me?
What year in the university are you?
4 years.
Okay, 4th year, great. Good. Anybody else? We have an
Good evening,
accountant. Hello, Flor.
teacher. My name is Flor. Well, I'm here learning English because I need to improve, because I want to get a job in the future, maybe in a call center or in another area. And I'm glad to see you and all my new partners too, because I was in the last, I don't know how to say, last group,
The last model.
intermediate too.
Yeah.
Last model with my partners, and I'm happy to see you again. Only that.
Okay, great. Well, it's happy to see you. I see some of you know each other. That's wonderful because then it's easy to interact. Okay. Would anybody else like to introduce themselves? Okay. In that case, I'll introduce myself. Hi. Oh, please. Of course. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, teacher. Only I need to excuse me because I won't connect my camera for all the class because I don't know what happened with my computer.
Okay, it's no problem. I can always check with Nelly and Nelly will show me. It's easy solution. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Edwin, and I will be your instructor during this course. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I have been teaching since 2001. That means that I have been teaching for more than 20 years. I have different types of degree. I have different certificates, and I've worked with different organizations. I've worked with NGOs, USAID. I've been an interpreter and a translator. I've worked at different prestigious schools here in the country. And I've also worked with other types of things for international classes online for countries, for people in different countries like Papua Nueva Guinea, also the people from Turkey and so on. As well, I also have a degree in business and administration. I got a degree last year as well in business administration, and I plan to continue with more education and studies. I love to teach, and I have been working for Inglés Corporativo for about 4 years now. And I only teach 2 classes for them. And the other classes I worked in private companies or in private sectors, okay? Any questions about me before we begin or anything that wasn't clear?
Everything is clear.
Of course. Please go ahead, Daniel.
Thank you, teacher. Excuse me, I can hear your name. Can you repeat, please?
Of course. My name is Edwin Cubias, but I also sent you a message in WhatsApp and I wrote my name just in case you needed it.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Okay, great. As well, personally, I have 3 children. I am a grandfather. As you can see, I have 2 grandchildren. I have a granddaughter and a grandson as well. And now I am doing a great time enjoying myself. Okay. All right. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the course before we begin. This course is Intermediate Module 3. Intermediate Module 3, and it's broken up into 5 sections. This means that this week and next week, we will complete Section 1 and Section 2. Section 1, Section 2, and we will also be completing Section 3. We will advance all the way up to the midterm exam. Then the last 2 weeks, we are going to complete Section 4 and Section 5. Section 4 is not an exam, but in Section 5, we do have an exam. And we're going to be focusing on those things to make sure that we pass. To pass the course, you need to have 80 or more. This means that when you want to check, you click on the part where it says Progreso, and there you can see your grades for each section. You can see that some sections have 3 evaluations, others have 4, and the exam has 5. The same for the other parts. Each section is an average here. To pass, you should look at this, trying to get 75 or more. Okay, that is the most important part. Also, in each section is not each section that you get a grade. Your grades are from the parts where they say knowledge check. This has the little symbol of a notebook and a pencil. And these sections are the ones that you are evaluated in order to pass or not pass the course. Are there any questions about the course or the structure of the units?
No, teacher.
It's clear then for everyone. Excellent.
It's
Great.
all clear, teacher.
Perfect. I'm going to show you a small video from ISSS, and then we're going to begin the course. Okay? All right. Here is our video from ISSS.
El INSAFORP ha trabajado con un alto nivel de profesionalismo, pensando siempre en incrementar las posibilidades de crecimiento para la gente de nuestro país. Nos hemos dedicado a que a través de la formación se generen oportunidades para los salvadoreños y así cada vez más, en un mundo más competitivo y globalizado, siempre existan en nuestro país posibilidades de superación para todos. Miles de hombres y mujeres han logrado desarrollarse profesionalmente y han ampliado sus conocimientos y posibilidades laborales a través de los diferentes programas de formación que son parte del sistema de formación profesional, el cual ofrece programas de formación para todos los niveles de recurso humano dentro de una empresa. Se ha incrementado productividad de muchas industrias y cientos de empresas a través de la capacitación y formación de cientos de miles de salvadoreños con programas como Área Técnica, ofreciendo cursos técnicos para mejorar el desempeño operativo y tecnológico de los trabajadores. Competencias gerenciales, con temas de capacitación para complementar y actualizar conocimientos para áreas de gerencia. Inglés para el trabajo. Contenidos estandarizados del inglés para hacer a los trabajadores más eficientes y productivos en el desempeño de sus funciones. Mejora de competitividad de las MIPES. Amplios temas de capacitación específicos para micro y pequeños empresarios. Cursos cerrados y abiertos, tratando temas de capacitación para trabajadores de las empresas cotizantes de INSAFORP. INSAFORP Online. Cursos online con el horario y ubicación que más convenga al usuario para la constante capacitación en múltiples temas y profesiones. Trabajando con el compromiso claro de ayudar al desarrollo del país y con un equipo profesional entregado a buscar oportunidades para nuestra gente, es que INSAFORP ha logrado tener un modelo de gobernanza y gestión ejemplar que tiene como base el diálogo permanente entre el sector empleador, laboral y el gobierno, formando a los trabajadores, capacitando a la gente de nuestro país. Es que transformamos la vida de las familias salvadoreñas. Porque en INSAFORP trabajamos todos los días sabiendo que, a través del conocimiento, es que estamos formando un mejor El Salvador.
Con el objetivo de formar en igualdad, el Instituto Salvadoreño de Formación Profesional INSAFORP presentó en el año 2017 la Guía para la Prevención y Erradicación de la Discriminación contra las Mujeres en los centros de formación fijos donde se desarrollan programas permanentes de formación profesional del INSAFORP, cuya elaboración contó con el apoyo de la Organización Internacional del Trabajo, OIT, y su objetivo a largo plazo es contribuir a mejorar las condiciones y oportunidades de acceso y permanencia de las mujeres en los procesos de formación profesional sin discriminación de ningún tipo.
La guía pretende poner a disposición de INSAFORP y de sus centros colaboradores un instrumento que les permita identificar, conocer, prevenir, atender y erradicar progresivamente cualquier discriminación por razones de género contra las mujeres.
Posteriormente, el INSAFORP desarrolló un plan piloto de implementación de la guía, en 3 centros de formación fijos, y es así como surgen 4 instrumentos fundamentales para la aplicabilidad de la guía, siendo estos: manual de convivencia, protocolo de atención en casos de bullying y acoso sexual, lineamientos para la comunicación de los programas de formación con lenguaje inclusivo no sexista y la guía metodológica para la prevención y erradicación de la discriminación contra las mujeres. Dichos documentos fueron elaborados con el enfoque de derechos humanos y de género, estableciendo medidas que garanticen relaciones de respeto, igualdad y equidad entre todas las personas que forman parte y conviven en los centros de formación profesional. De esta forma, el INSAFOR asume la igualdad de género como un principio transversal de trabajo, entregando a los centros de formación estas 4 herramientas que complementan la guía para la prevención y erradicación de la discriminación contra las mujeres, a fin de que sean puestas en práctica en beneficio de las usuarias de la formación profesional. INSAFOR, formando en igualdad.
Tu pronunciación no va a mejorar.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions? No? We are ready to begin?
Question, teacher.
Yes. Carla?
Good evening. I haven't presented. My name is Carla Barrera. I'm a computer systems engineering, but actually I'm looking for a new job, and I'm studying different courses for update my knowledge.
Carla, you are finished with your engineering or you are studying engineering? I'm sorry.
I finished.
Okay. And you are industrial engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer? System engineer. Okay. So you're very good with computers.
Yes, I'm actually the knowledge because the technology advanced quickly.
Okay. Thank you. It's nice to meet you, Carla. Carla, do you know the other classmates?
Nice to meet you. Yes, I was with some of them in the next level in the class.
Not the next level, but in the
last, yes, the last.
It's okay. I understand you. Don't worry. It's okay. Very good. All right. Well, excellent. Now we're going to start off with our course to make sure that we advance and get things ready. Carla, can you please read the objective for this lesson?
Okay. Lesson objective. In this class, participants will be first introduced to passive voice using by.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to learn is by in the passive voice. Let's identify what is passive and then what is by.
Hi, welcome to another module. This time we'll study passive with by. But before we go deep into the topic, let me tell you what passive voice does to a sentence. Passive voice changes the emphasis on a sentence. In other words, we may say the same thing in a different way. You may be wondering when to use it. Passive voice is the best way to express an idea when, number 1, we don't know who did the action. Number 2, there's no doer of an action. And number 3, the fact is more important than the doer of an action. As always, I will ask you to stay around and stay for the explanation. We will compare active with passive, so you see the difference and notice the emphasis on each one. We will give you examples of each use, as well as the structure of passive voice.
Passive with by, simple past. The passive changes the focus of a sentence. For the simple past, use the past of be plus past participle. Active.
The president opened the building in 1931.
Passive.
It was opened by the president in 1931.
Active.
An American architect designed the building.
passive.
It was designed by an American architect.
I have this scrambled sentence for you. My sister, this book in 2010, wrote. Can you try to unscramble the sentence and make sense of it? I will give you 15 seconds.
Okay, before we take a look at that, let's take a look here. Here we have active and passive. The first is active is what happened by the person. The person did this activity. This activity was done, and then here in the passive is the opposite, is what happened to the object. This is going to be the most important part. It's very easy. It's like when you imagine playing a sport, playing soccer, or driving a car, okay? When you drive a car, you do the action. You control the car, right? But when you have an accident, it happened to you. Not you crashed, but someone, the car crashed into you, okay? Like baseball, like soccer, like others. You kick the ball or throw the ball. The other person received the ball. They caught the ball. This is the idea for the grammar. In the active, the person does the action. In the passive, the person receives the action. Is this better to understand?
Yeah, I understand. This is the excellent example.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad it's clear. Now let's take a look at what we have here, and we're going to try to unscramble and complete it correctly. So if we are clear with the passive and active, let's take a look at the one that they give us. Here, how can we make this sentence correct? The words are not in the correct order, so let's try it. What do you think would be okay?
In the passive voice?
Yes.
Okay. This book was wrote by my sister in 2010.
Okay, very nice. Good idea, okay? So we have two different forms. We just received one. Only the verb is going to change a little bit. Here, I want you to take a look. Oops, let me go back here. Look at the difference. Here, we use the verb in the past, here in the past. The difference is that when we have the passive, is going to be the past participle. It's very easy with regular verbs because only ed. But irregular verbs, we need to change a little bit. So here, we're going to have as an active or as a passive. It's going to be a little bit different. As a passive, this book was written by my sister in 2010. In active, my sister wrote this book in 2010. The difference, one, I focus my sister writing, and the other, I focus in the book, but it's my sister who wrote it. This is going to be the difference between the two forms. Okay.
Great. So we came up with, my sister wrote this book in 2010. Now in English, we can say the same things in another way. Let's work with another scrambled sentence and let's do the same. Unscramble it and make sense of it. This time, I will give you 20 seconds. My sister, this book, by, in 2010, written, was.
Now, this is going to be the passive. The other was the active. Rebecca, what is the sentence?
My sister.
The time, Rebecca, the time.
Were you
My
able to do it?
sister
I hope
was
you did.
writing
This book was written by my sister in 2010.
Sorry, Rebecca, too slow. We had to go a little bit faster. Let's take a look one more. This book was written by my sister in 2010. This is going to be the passive structure. Why? Because we do not begin with the person.
Book was written by my sister in 2010. Now let's take a look at each sentence. In this first sentence, which by the way is in active voice, the emphasis is on my sister. It was not Susanna who wrote the book, it was my sister. This book was written by my sister. This book is the object, was or were. Written is the past participle of the verb. By, my sister is the subject. In this second sentence, we're using passive voice and the emphasis is on this book. The most important fact is that the book was written. Now let's write examples for the uses previously mentioned in our intro video. Remember? We don't know who did the action. My house was broken into on Friday. Who broke into our house? We don't know. Number 2, there is no doer of the action. He was killed in an earthquake. There is no doer of this action. The last use, the fact is more important than the doer of the action. My dog was run over by a car. What happened to my dog is more important than the doer.
Okay. As you can see, the most important part of this is that we begin with the object, the person or the thing that received it. This is the passive. Okay. Now, it can be you don't know. It can be there is no person, or it can be it's just not important. These are the examples of when to use the passive. Any questions on when to use the passive or how to use it?
Teacher, only one question. What is the meaning of doors?
Doer.
Door.
Doer. Do you know what is do?
Yes.
Okay. ER is the person. The person that does the action. This is the doer.
Okay.
It's super easy in English. For example, I am a teacher. And what do?
Doors class.
Teach class. If I am a dancer, what do?
Dance.
Exactly. Singer?
Excuse me?
Singer?
You sing?
Exactly. So doer is the same function. ER is the person in English. So when you see ER is usually for people. Is the person that does the activity. The person that, in this case, does what activity? Any activity. Is that okay?
More or less, but it's okay.
More or less, okay. So always remember that ER is the person. Always ER, think about the person, okay? Let's take a look and try to do a couple of them ourselves, okay?
Active voice. Your work is to switch them to passive voice. Please write them on a discussion box. Number 1, Mom prepared the food. Number 2, all the employees read the memo. Number 3, the boy ate the cake.
Okay, let's try. Number 1, change to the passive voice. What would be the passive voice for number 1?
Me, teacher.
Okay.
The food was prepared by mom.
The food was prepared by mom. Excellent. That is correct. Good, passive voice. Number 2.
Me?
Okay.
The was read for all the employees or by all the employees.
Try it one more time, David.
The memo was read by all the employees.
Correct. Very nice. And the last one? Who would like to try the last one?
Me, teacher. The cake was eaten by the boy.
Very nice. The cake was, one more time?
The cake was eaten by the boy.
Exactly. We need to change from the past to the past participle. The cake was eaten by the boy. Great. Any questions? No, do you feel confident?
Teacher, I have a question, or
Yes, Dave. Or Daniel.
maybe it's a comment.
Yes.
In this case, only we need to change the structure of the sentence, but we can use the was and the verb in past participle verb. Is okay that?
Is correct.
Okay.
Only to clarify, Daniel, is not obligation was. You only need the verb to be and the past participle. For example, is, was, will be, has been. You need the verb to be and the past participle. Okay, let's try it. Here we have 5. We have 5 that we need to match with the appropriate way. The kiss, what do you know? The kiss, what?
Was painted by Gustav Klimt.
Okay, don't worry. If we want to change, we'll change in a moment. What about number 2, the song Yesterday?
It was recorded by the Beatles.
Okay. The film Schindler's List?
Was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Okay. The novel Pride and Prejudice?
Was written by the Jane Austen.
Okay. And the opera Carmen?
I think it was composed by George Bizant.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take a look. Amazing. Look at that. All of the answers are correct. Please put your answers into your platform. That way you also have your score. Remember, all of the parts like this, with this symbol, are obligation to complete in the platform to have your score. Any questions for this part?
No question.
No questions?
No, teacher.
Excellent. Let's take a look at the next one. Giselle, can you please read our next objective?
Boy. By the end of this class, students will notice the different ways the letter O is pronounced.
Pronounced?
Pronounced.
Okay. Let's take a look at the different ways to pronounce the letter O. Here it's listening and observing.
Hi, let's work on your pronunciation now. Notice how the letter O is pronounced in the following words.
Pronunciation. The letter O. Part A. Listen and practice. Notice how the letter O is pronounced in the following words.
Not,
Top,
no,
don't,
do,
food,
one.
love.
Remember to play the audio program as many times as you need to. It is important for you to notice the difference on pronunciation. We want you to practice a little bit more, so pronounce the following words.
Okay, let's take a look at these words. How do you think we pronounce these?
Road, come,
Don't be scared, it's okay. The only thing that's going to happen is you don't pronounce correctly, and don't worry.
The first one, come, lock, don't, had, soon, who, wrote.
Okay, very nice. Now let's listen and compare. Daniel, did you want to try it one time?
Okay, maybe the same. Come, lock, on, John, hot, soon, who, and the final wrote.
Okay, good. Let's listen, maybe a little bit different.
Did you get it? Work with me. Lock, hot. Own, wrote. Soon, who. Come, done. Good job.
Okay, so pretty good.
Done. Good job.
I'll pronounce it.
Did you get?
Oops, sorry, not enough back. I'll pronounce it so that it's clear for everyone. Okay. We have come, lock, own, done, hot, soon, who, wrote. Any questions or it's okay?
No question, teacher.
No questions. Okay, great. Right. So that is only for us to pronounce. Now, what are we going to do in this moment? In this moment, we are going to try, before we continue with the different topics, like here, we want to get to know each other. Here it's going to give us a chance to practice that. Hector, can you please read this objective?
Yes, teacher. In this class, participants will be able to listen and practice a conversation between people asking for and giving information. Participants will also identify the possible with by in context.
Okay. So in this moment, we're going to pause from working in the platform and we're going to practice with each other. We're going to get to know each other professionally, not personally. Okay. It's a little bit different because you have to imagine you are going to apply for a job, a visa, go to another country, meet someone in a business. This is the idea to introduce yourself professionally. As an example, hi, my name is Edwin, and I am a teacher. I have a degree in business administration as well, and I have been teaching for over 20 years. I have had many different opportunities to work with different organizations, such as NGOs or USAID and different companies. I have also worked at private schools here in El Salvador, like the American School, the British School, Colegio Augusto Walter, and other institutions and education institutions. I have also done a couple of things. I have a YouTube channel, and I have helped write a book. One of the things that I love about my job is and that's it. All you're going to do is the example of yourself professionally. I didn't tell you about my family. I didn't tell you my favorite color. I didn't tell you my series. I didn't tell you my hobbies. I describe myself professionally. What I do, how many years experience, what are my degrees, what companies I have worked for, what have been my positions. This is the idea for you to describe yourself. If you don't have work experience, it's okay. You still describe yourself professionally, right? Your degree, your university, what year, what can you have, all of the different things that you have, okay? Any questions? How do you say? Any words? Anything like this? Or it's okay?
It's okay, teacher.
It's okay? All right, let's try. See if I can make it. Okay, I don't have the option, but okay. So who would like to introduce themselves professionally? Don't be scared. It's okay. You can do it. Uy, oye, todos tienen miedo. What happened? Everybody got scared.
Well, teacher,
Okay,
I
Xiomara.
don't have too much about me, but I didn't finish my career in the university, but I have developed myself as a customer service in many years, and sometimes I worked as a seller too, and nowadays I'm still doing my job as a customer service.
Okay, thank you very much.
Only that.
We need to work a little bit more in better presentation. For example, what company did you work for? How long have you had that position? This is the idea that we need to work in developing yourself a little bit more, introducing yourself professionally. Very good, though, Somiara. Thank you very much.
Okay, I will add something.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Nowadays I have in the company and a bank from 7 years as a customer service. My last job. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to be specific, the bank, but yes. All right, who else would like to present themselves? If no, Xiomara is going to select y no les va a gustar porque las va a elegir a usted. Okay, Xiomara, select another person.
Okay, let's see. Jocelyn.
Okay, Jocelyn, can do
Is
it.
Jocelyn there?
Yes. No camera.
Hello, yes, I'm here. Sorry, I'm driving.
It's okay, Jocelyn. Don't crash. Don't crash, Jocelyn.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay.
Okay, but thank you for connecting. Don't worry. Let's try Ada. Ada, you ready? Okay, Ada is not prepared either. Go ahead, Carla.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Carla Lopez. I'm a baker. I have 7 years of experience in that profession, and I can make different desserts, cookies, cake, bread, and other breads. And I work in my own business, and that's all, teacher.
Okay. Nelly, what is Carla's business?
Bakery.
A bakery. Okay. Okay. Ah, great. So now tell us about you, Nelly.
I was writing. What I will say about me. Okay, my name is Nelly de Garcia. I'm 26 years old. Few years ago, I was working as a teacher for the first levels or in the basic level at ITCA. And then I have my own business with my husband. And sometimes I designed or only empacar,
Package.
package our products. But almost, no, la mayoría del tiempo, the most of the time, I'm the cashier. That's it.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you very much. Not always, but most of the time. So you control the money, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, David, congratulations, right? Uh-huh. It's David, right? Or Daniel?
David.
David. David. Y decían que no hay sugar mommies en El Salvador. Look at that. Nelly control. Eee! Excellent. You have a sugar mommy, David. Congratulations. Uh-huh.
Congrats.
Okay. Good. Daniel, tell us about yourself.
Okay. I told that, and I am agronomist, and I like nature, like a forest and a mountain and the other. And in a few time, I was to work in a commune in San Martin too, but I work like chief, it's como jefe de departamento, department chief.
Okay, yes.
And for the treatment to the trash. And this is a job really interesting because it's a service for the community, for the people, and I like that.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
So as you can see, it's simply about introducing yourselves and focusing on your business. We're going to try a little bit more tomorrow, but just so that we have an idea of how to do it. In this moment, we're going to listen to a conversation of people having a discussion and giving information using the passive, okay? So we want to listen and make sure we understand.
Hi, are you ready to listen to the conversation? This time we will listen to two people asking and giving information. They do so by using passive voice, but this time in simple present. Try to identify the sentences. I will underline them for you as soon as the conversation is over.
Conversation. I need some information. Part A. Listen and practice. Hello?
Oh, hello. I need some information. What currency is used in the European Union?
Where?
The European Union?
I think the euro is used in most of the EU.
Oh, right. And is English spoken much there?
I really have no idea.
Huh? Well, what about credit cards? Are they accepted everywhere?
How would I know?
Well, you're a travel agent, aren't you?
What? This is a hair salon. You have the wrong number.
Okay. As you can see, it's a little small to understand and to read the text, but we were able to listen. Do you want to listen one more time or it's okay?
One more time, teacher, please.
Of course, no problem. Let's listen one more time.
Conversation. I need some information. Part A. Listen and practice.
Hello?
Oh, hello. I need some information. What currency is used in the European Union?
Where?
The European Union?
I think the euro is used in most of the EU.
Oh, right. And is English spoken much there?
I really have no idea.
Huh? Well, what about credit cards? Are they accepted everywhere?
How would I know?
Well, you're a travel agent, aren't you?
What? This is a hair salon. You have the wrong number.
Okay. First, let's start off by discussing what are some of the questions that the man asked the woman?
What currency is in the European Union?
Great, only the pronunciation. Currency.
A currency.
Okay. So, what currency and what was the answer? What did she say?
The euro.
The euro. Correct. She said the euro. Good. This is question number 1. What other questions did the man ask?
If the English is the language in the European.
Exactly. He asked, hey, do you speak English? Do they speak English in Europe? Okay, good. And the last question, what other question did he ask?
About the credit cards?
Exactly. Do they accept credit cards? Now, she didn't have the answer. Why? Why couldn't she answer those questions?
Because it's not a travel agency.
What is she? She is not a travel agency, but she is a what?
She is a stylist, I don't know.
Good, stylist. That's right, she's a stylist. She works in a hair salon, right? And the man got confused. Okay.
Were you able to do it before I did? Nice. Now I want you to answer the following question. What 3 things does the man ask about the European Union? Write your answers on our discussion box.
We already answered. We already know what 3 things the man asks about the European Union. Okay? Good. So now I want you to ask your partner about El Salvador. As an example, similar to the question, I'm going to ask my partner, Ivan. Ivan, is Bitcoin accepted in El Salvador?
Teacher, I don't hear you because it's raining.
I believe you. I believe you. I listen. It's okay. I believe you, Ivan. I like Ivan. It's good trick. Encendió la regadera para no contestar. I like it, Ivan. I like the trick. I like the trick. Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem, Ivan. What about Rebecca? Rebecca, is Bitcoin accepted in El Salvador? Rebecca disappeared. Okay, no problem. Xiomara?
Yes, Bitcoin is accepted in some places. Places accept as a payment.
Good, good. Daniel, is English spoken in El Salvador?
In my opinion, I think some person in a big portion of the people try to speak in English speaking. But this is the questions, really, teacher.
This is the idea. You are going to prepare 5 questions to ask your partner tomorrow about El Salvador. Similar like this. Is,
Similar to that.
who, was, exactly. 5 questions about El Salvador. If you are a tourist coming to El Salvador, you want to come to El Salvador, but you don't know. So you are asking questions. This is the idea. Prepare 5 questions to ask your partners for tomorrow. It's clear, the homework?
Yes, clear. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for connecting. I appreciate your attendance, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, teacher.
See you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Teacher, nice to meet you, teacher.
Nice to meet you.
And good night to
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Good night.